Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Quarantine Cooking with Bumleo. Today we are fresh out of resources, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna get some eggs, and with eggs I mean egg, because for this recipe you'll only need 1 egg. That's it. That's literally it. You're gonna need 1 egg, 2 if you're really hungry, because today we're gonna be making fluffy omelette. Let's go! And I'm already here, so let's stay.
So here we are. Oh, before I forget, wash your hands for 20 seconds again. Alright, now that that's taken care of, I'll start with an equipment list instead of an ingredient list, because the only ingredient is egg, with salt and pepper if you're feeling particularly adventurous. So the ingredient list would be rather short. Now, what do you need? An electric mixer. I chose this one, but anything will do. You can also do this recipe with a whisk instead, but this will require way more time and effort. If you don't have a whisk either, I scoff at your poor decision-making skills and I have no desire to speak with you further. Next, a bowl. Anything that has a nice curvature and can hold liquid without leaking. You may choose to use a bucket instead, but that is absolutely insane, you sociopath. And you'll need a cup. The colors don't match up with my bucket, but yeah, you know, you can't have everything in life. And then you can use salt and pepper. This is optional, but if you don't use them, well, that's just sad. And that's basically... Oh, no, wait. You'll need one of my favorite foods, the egg. I love eggs because they are incredibly versatile, indispensable as an ingredient in both sweet and savory dishes, but also serves remarkably well as a dish on its own, with a great number of ways to cook it. I'll be trying to cook it in a fun little way I made up with some help of the internet. Oh, after having gotten your little finkies all over this egg, you should probably wash your hands again if you don't want salmonella. We'll start things off with cracking the egg and separating the egg whites from the rich, thick yolk. The egg whites go directly into the bowl, whereas you'll want to put the yolk into a cup. I like to separate egg whites from the yolk this way, but I am aware that there are other methods. This is the one I've been taught, find the easiest and feels the most natural to me. It may take some practice if you're a novice at cooking, but don't worry, you'll get it right. Once the egg is separated, you may dispose of the eggshell, but if you want to grind the eggshell and mix the shell with the yolk, I'm afraid you're clinically insane and you should probably seek help. Take a tiny fork or a big fork, size doesn't always matter lads, and whisk the yolk loose. Just a little so that the membrane surrounding the yolk breaks and the creamy liquid is, well, liquid. Now it's time to use your electric whisk to whisk the egg white to make it light and frothy. My dad taught me once that the reason why egg whites become frothy if you whisk them is because you are breaking the longer protein strands in the egg whites into smaller strands, making cooking technically science. Yeah, the more you know. Anyway, once the mixture is frothy and cloudy, it's time to test if you've done a good job. My dad taught me a little trick when I was but a wee child. If you hold the bowl upside down and the substance doesn't move or fall out, well, it's ready. He used to hold the bowl upside down above my head and, well, it's just a very fond memory I have of cooking with him. Thanks, Dad. On to the next step. Take your egg yolk and pour it over your fluffy egg white. If you want an easier time cleaning your cup, be sure to put some water in it and set it aside to soak. To finish your mixture, you'll want to gently fold the yolk into your egg with a rubber spatula. I don't have a rubber spatula, so this meager, regular spatula will have to do. Fold it nice and good so that it becomes one big homogeneous substance. Be sure to be gentle. If you mix it too roughly, the air will escape from the egg whites, therefore undoing all the fluffiness that you've created when you whisk them. So, you know, pretend like you're holding a puppy and be gentle. Now it's time to prep your frying pan. Oh, I forgot to mention that you need a frying pan? Oh, well, I'm sorry for assuming that you have a pan stored in your current home. I won't do it again, I promise. Here's a trick to picking out a suitable frying pan for you. If you knock on the middle of the potential pan and it sounds like a frying pan, it's perfect. Spread some butter, or oil, but I recommend butter, in your pan, not too much, but enough to cover the entire surface. If the butter is a little shy, don't be afraid to help it out by spreading it like Can't think of an example. Anyway, put the mixture in the pan and spread it out a little. Not too much, otherwise your omelette won't be thick and fluffy. Only now I realize that one egg becomes a rather flat omelette, but, you know, it's not like Gordon Ramsay's gonna bust through my door and...
What the fuck are you doing?
Go. So I recommend you use at least 2 eggs in your omelette. Bake your omelette for about 3 to 4 minutes on one side, then put some salt and pepper on the uncooked side. Put on a lid if you have one, and then after 3 to 4 minutes flip it over and bake that side for about 3 to 4 minutes as well. Now it should be cooked evenly and still be very fluffy. It tastes like... well, it tastes like egg. Scrambled egg more than anything, I suppose. It's good, simple, and therefore I recommend you try this at home. Of course, you can fold it instead of flipping it, you can add stuff like cheese or bacon, but as far as the basics go, well, this is it. This one was, like I said, rather small, but here's a picture of the one that I made for my partner afterwards, using 2 eggs. I quote my partner, "Wow, this is tasty." Thanks, honey. That's it for this episode. Have a good one and stay healthy.